Two. What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. We're in this bitch about to break down UFC 310 Pantoja versus Asakura. Before, as always, as you watch along, comment, like, and subscribe. I'm Paul Pickawinham, and I'm joined with.
Hey man, you already know it's that boy Kev Waterboy boy, aka the Dom PYE. And even when Romeo's here, always the realest on your screen.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy comedian Romeo Mack out here, dog. About to get these picks in. Listen to me, because I'm seem to be the only one that ever knows what he's talking about.
So now we're gonna start off with bullshit. That's how we're starting off.
That nigga,
I
that wasn't
I
even a
must be.
straight. That was just
I
straight
haven't
shots
even
fired.
I haven't even said nothing, bro. This man over here talking bad
That's straight
shit.
shot.
He hopped in.
Bro,
Spun the
I'm
block.
not gonna lie to you, Paul. I was watching some college football highlights this weekend, right? And the thing was, they weren't highlights of niggas actually making plays. It was highlights of the YNs that they have in college football right now. And I'm talking about there was one dude that freaked the nigga, and then he literally just pulled his shirt up like it was a pistol. And I was like, oh, them boys they had a coach talking about some
Yeah, that's what
like,
Romeo basically just did, bro.
that's how we coming. Yes,
What
shots
you say fuck
fired.
me for?
What'd you say about Joaquin Buckley? You
Oh,
think I forgot?
uh, you do love your boy Joaquin Buckley.
You interview him yet? Or that was the other black boy?
Nah, man, that motherfucker won't reply to my DMs, but he definitely ain't now. You know, you can only send like two.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
It's like, nigga, they'll
Now you,
respond when they respond. Stop sending.
now you gotta wait for the nigga to follow you and shit.
It's okay, because I'm gonna throw something at him if you lose. I'm like, check your DM, nigga.
Loki
I
is
feel like
close.
I feel like we gonna be that close.
No, but we got a great ass card this week. UFC 310 Pantoja Asakura. Kev's been raving about this card, top to bottom. Made sure that he was here for this motherfucker.
Drove 3 hours back fast. Shit, I'm talking about. So yeah, we gotta go. And I got to function after this. And I said, nah, but we gotta set aside an hour and some change to talk this card.
Loki, I wasn't as hyped until you started bringing up the Aljo and stuff, and I was like, oh shit, Aljo is on the prelims. And then I had to this
Prelims.
prelims, and I was like, oh, Chase Hooper, fucking Clay Guda, Max Griffin, Michael Chiesa. Like, there's a whole bunch of names, like a lot of names out
And the
Yeah,
shit that fucks me up about the Aljo one is that like there's a good chance that if like the winner of this fight probably has one more fight and is gonna be fighting, and if they win that fight, they're fighting for the championship.
there. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, I agree.
And this
Like,
is fight number
and
7.
it's on what is it, FX, ESPN, and
Like what?
So where y'all want to start?
The bottom. We gotta talk about
I know, right?
Nigerian
Like autumn
cousin.
is
Like
kind of
what?
hitting, right?
We gotta start from the bottom. We gotta start it from the bottom. Now we're here. Like you feel me? We gotta get this shit cracking. We gotta. Oh, well, if Kamaru Usman is a Nigerian nightmare, who is Kennedy? The
the
Chechnya.
check too.
What is he? What's his nickname?
His nickname.
Oh, it doesn't say on ESPN. I gotta go on.
I know he has a fire as nickname, the African Savage.
Oh, the African Savage, and that's what he finna come do. Fuck some shit. Ugh.
He better be the African bootage.
This is his second fight at heavyweight too. He was a light heavyweight guy, and then now he fought Chris Barnett like a few weeks back at heavyweight. I thought it was a one time thing, but
Yeah.
he's going back to back. This might be his new weight class.
But he doesn't weigh more than like that shit is crazy. But the thing about this is that he literally just fought Chris Barnett at his weight class, giving up like what 50 pounds.
Yeah, and handled him, toasted.
And I
Chris
don't
Barnett
think this
got
is
hurt.
his. You can
He
say
got
what you want to
he
say.
got injured. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You can
let's.
say what you want to say. You look right with the water heart. But I don't think this is him. I feel like last one was him doing a favor, and this one is him doing a favor. Like I really think there's just like he's just like I just want to fight.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I honestly don't know much about the homie he's fighting other than he's a big underdog Polish dude. But I know the African Savage, like at light heavyweight, he was having trouble making the weight classes too. Like he's a big boy. So
Kennedy
maybe
finna whoop this nigga ass. We don't even know who this dude is. He's literally here just to get Kennedy passed through. Heavyweight division's kind of eh. So they're like, yo, man, let's just hurry up and get this. We're gonna get him like 6 knockouts. Yeah.
early to get the crowd pumped.
Genius. First fight. That's fine. That's the way to get. That's the way to start this. This is a great card. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It really is.
And then the next fight is a massive favorite again. Chase Hooper minus 1,300 against Clay Guda, longtime vet, the caveman, plus 700. I mean,
Did you
I
say
personally
Are
would
you?
never bet on Chase Hooper. I would never bet on Chase Hooper at minus 1,300. That's insane odds. Like, I don't think Clay Guda is probably going to win this fight. He's like 5 years. He should have retired almost like 5 years ago. But Chase Hooper could always fuck it up because he is a one-hit wonder with that BJJ.
Update your parlay right now and put Chase Hooper in that bitch. Clay Guda's like lost his last 2.
So minus 1,300, that's insane.
Yes, go parlay that up.
You know how mad you're gonna be if he loses like a split decision and he's that big of on your parlay just to add like $2 more to it.
Don't win the parlay real quick. Tell KK send it. Tell KK send it.
Romeo don't fuck with Chase Hooper if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, you tripping. Chase Hooper finna fuck him up.
Oh, okay. You do fuck with Hooper? I thought you did.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
The same way you fuck it up.
Check it out. In 2022, Chase Hooper already beat Clay Guida in grappling.
Oh,
He already beat him. Round 1.
Round 1. Got him up out of there. But you thinking because they got hands involved, fall's gonna be different?
Bro, that's 2 years ago. My nigga had hair 2 years ago. He saw old. He's cutting his hair off.
He did cut his hair. Once he cut his hair, I was like, bro, that was low key a weapon.
And I don't know if you've seen Chase last fight because his last loss was to, you know what I'm saying, Aljamain. But his last fight, he was fighting. He getting bigger, he getting older. He's like, he ain't a kid no more. You finna fuck buddy up.
Yeah, UFC also knows what they're doing with these early fights. Probably you're gonna get like an early knockout with Kennedy, and then probably a second round submission with Hooper here.
Matter of fact, this is how it's gonna go.
Break it down.
Chase, if he's smart, he's gonna use his range. He's gonna piece him up. Clay gonna get tired from doing all that jumping around cocaine shit. And then he's gonna shoot, and then it's over from there. Watch. Clay is gonna initiate the grappling.
Oh, of course. Clay's just a old school duck your head, grab you, and then try to bring you to the ground. But that's where Hooper shines the best. So like,
my thing about this fight is that like you would think that like Clay Guida is the gatekeeper, but I don't even think he's like a gatekeeper anymore. Although he gets cut after this fight, I just don't think I think he's just like all right, let's see who can we get next after that.
Should have retired. I think he might retire after this one. He's getting up there.
He's just a name right now. I mean, come on.
He's barbecue chicken for my dog Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper better come with fucking fourth.
The main event names they had to bring names, and it's a good fight.
Yeah. Then we got the battle of Michael Chiesa taking on Max Griffin here. It's a pick 'em. Chiesa, even though we know him as like an older guy, Max Griffin's 2 years older than Michael Chiesa. I didn't realize how crazy Max Griffin was. Honestly, kind of both parts of the same spot of their career. Like other than Chiesa's halfway in the booth, halfway in the octagon.
Halfway in the booth. That boy dropping hits.
Nah, he works with UFC and shit on like commentating and shit like that.
Oh, I thought that boy was scrubble up. I mean, so I look at this fight. Didn't he take? Which fight is the fight that he took like on 20 seconds notice? Was it the fight against like Kevin Holland or something like that?
Probably, maybe Tony, because I could see anyone taking Tony in 20-second notice.
Yeah, this Tony, not old Tony.
I know, no shit, this Tony, but.
I think it was.
It could have been Kevin Holland too.
No, it might not have been because that was forever ago. Or maybe I got the wrong fighter. I don't know. But I got Michael Chiesa.
Yeah, you're
Don't
tripping.
ask me why. Don't ask me why.
I don't want to hear why. I don't want to hear why. I don't like him. I don't care who he's fighting. He's losing. And then now I'm making that black versus white thing. Yeah. I don't like Michael Chiesa, and he's gonna lose. That's simple.
Mm.
Fuck it. I don't. Yeah. No.
I,
No.
I
No.
I think I'm getting him confused with
Max
somebody. That's what my
Griffin though
fear is.
is like that. He's a decision like every fight he's in goes to decision. I think that's exactly what this goes. You got to find a dog somewhere. So I'm gonna ride Max Griffin too. I also kind of don't like Michael Chiesa, but
I don't like him.
See, this isn't the person I think he is, but I'm gonna stick on
mistaken
my pick.
identity.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my pick, but this is definitely not who I think this is.
He got him confused with the Braveheart face painting dude.
You know who I got him
Okay.
confused with?
Paul Craig. That's who he got confused with.
No, I think I got him confused.
You think of him about you think about Michael Bisping?
No.
I think I got him confused with Dan Ige.
Well, we got next fight.
Oh, you're talking about when they stepped in on a short notice.
Yeah, to fight
Dan-
Diego Lopez. Yeah.
Dan
I'm
Ige
tripping.
known for that. Yeah.
Dan Ige is brown.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm thinking why I thought Michael Chiesa did that. Because I was thinking like, isn't this the dude that stepped in like 20 seconds and had a good fight against Diego Lopez?
No. Wrong for it. But next fight, some flyweights here. Cody Durden, some of y'all's favorite fighter, and Joshua Van was a big hype train in the flyweight division. Was fun to watch. He suffered a loss to Charles Johnson last year or earlier this year. Came back and got a win in his last fight. Still young, 23 years old. Minus 170 to Cody Durden's plus 140.
I'm gonna just come out and say it.
Say it.
You know what I'm saying? From the looks of it, Cody Durden don't look like he gonna win. But I gotta ride because we train at the same gym. So that's what it is.
He can take him on the ground. Like if Cody Durden shoots some takedowns, that's where I think he can win because Joshua Van is still.
I ain't seen him in jiu-jitsu class. That's all I'm saying.
But Van's known for his hands, and sometimes he gets carried up with his hands, and he's not defensive. And I can see Durden taking it to the ground, winning an ugly decision. But Van's exciting, and I feel like they kind of want the flyweights to have some more excitement. And Durden, that's your boy, but he's not exciting. Joshua Van has some fun knockouts, even his the loss to Charles Johnson, he was up before he. But I'm gonna ride Joshua Van, even though I feel like he cooked me in the past.
He definitely cooked us. He's starting to hit. He's had 4 fights in 2024.
If I'm telling someone to bet, I'm gonna say go Van.
I'm also taking Joshua Van. I can't remember what fight I saw.
But I gotta rock with Durden though.
Durden could grind it out though with his takedowns. That's the one thing where Van I could see not stuffing them.
I mean, I'm taking it's going to decision for sure. But yeah, I got Joshua Van with your kid. Hey, you know what I always think of when we talk Cody Durden? Remember when we were interviewing Dre,
Dre
and he was talking about him and Cody, how he fought Cody Durden, and like that was like the fight to go.
And it was a close fight, split decision, I think.
Yeah, I've been wondering like, what if he lost that fight?
We wouldn't be talking about Durden. We were tight shit. Then we got Chris. This fight we already kind of broke down a couple of weeks ago, but Chris Weidman taking on Eric Anders. I think if I remember correctly, I took Weidman, and y'all boys both riding Eric Anders train.
Anders by the submission.
I mean, I had Eric Anders for sure. We interviewed, bro. He cool people. He used to play for Alabama. That's the homie. But I might take Chris Weidman.
Like Nick Saban, Bama?
Yeah.
That's fine.
But I might have to take Chris Weidman just off the fact that Chris Weidman just had to extend his camp. Like versus Eric Anders is coming off an injury, a little bit of recovery. He was already coming off an injury before that. I mean, I don't think Chris Weidman is going to cook him crazy, but I do think that's going to play a factor a little bit.
And they're both old, so injuries do play a big factor in like stuff like that. They're not young sprites. Mm-hmm. Then we have this next fight I've been waiting to get to because there's some controversy around it now. Brian Battle minus 185, Randy Brown plus 155. And if I'm a betting man, everybody and their mama go hammer Brian Battle's money line. He missed the weight
by 4 pounds.
by 4 pounds. Randy Brown decepted it, still taking on the fight. And Randy Brown has been on a big campaign of like, this is truly unprofessional because Brian Battle knew he wasn't going to make weight. And instead of contacting me and we could like make a catch weight, he wanted me to be drained to my lowest. Like I made weight and then now I'm going to be fucking recovering. Meanwhile, his ass is going to be like 200 pounds in the octagon come tomorrow.
Dang, so you thinking that he might lose because he's already
he's a little drained. You gotta like that's his whole thing. He's like, I'm drained to make this weight. You chose not to drain, and you're gonna have that extra weight, extra like that little extra added thing to it. And a lot of times, I don't have the metrics in front of me, but if I'm not mistaken, it's like person who misses weight, they typically win that fight. Like if they were the
Ryan
favorite
Garcia.
prior, like if they were the favorite prior, and then all of a sudden they miss weight, they typically win those fights. They take that purse deduction not on purpose, but like it's okay.
Yeah,
so I'm on Brian Battle money line here. I already was on Brian Battle here, but Randy Brown's one of my fan favorites. I said he was like a Jamaican Kevin Holland, and I think I almost got torched out of here. And then, but Brian Battle is my outside of missing weight, which isn't a good sign because everyone's on his head. 4 pounds is a lot. I think he's just the better fighter here too.
Dang,
thank you. That's what I'm saying. Weight miss or not, Brian Battle is gonna win by submission. Weight miss or not.
Pounds yeah, I could agree. Ever since Brian Battle's cut his hair, he's kind of been like on a rampage. So I also got to pick Brian Battle before the weight thing. But was I one of the people that was on your head, Paul, when you said Randy Brown was Jamaican Kevin Holland?
I was.
No, he was. He took so much offense to it. I was like, they both.
He's Jamaican Randy Brown. That's the end of that.
Yeah, no, that was it. That was it. Yeah. This is he's Kevin Holland's an American Randy Brown. Then the fight that we were hyping up prelim, it's on FX. I like the card's on FX for the prelims. I think this is the first card in some years to be like that. We got Aljamain Sterling, Movsar Evloev. Evloev minus 240, slightly big favorite to Sterling's plus 195.
Really? Niggas believe in Evloev like that?
Undefeated, and he has the like. I was like, oh, I do like Aljo as the underdog, but I feel like a lot of people that are like Kyle's, like they're gonna be picking. Oh, Aljo, that's free money, and I think Vegas knew what they were doing with that. And Russian wrestling versus American wrestling in the UFC. I like Evloev just because if you're matching up, your best bet's wrestling. Maybe he can take the back, and that can be annoying. He can backpack him, and I wouldn't be shocked. But I'm a trust in what I've seen in the history. That's the Russian wrestling taking care of it.
So Romeo took offense to that. You can tell by the way this nigga hit that. So I'm gonna go first. I didn't take offense to it. I just don't agree with it. So I think Evloev is not the best wrestler Aljo's ever fought. I think Henry Cejudo is the best wrestler he's ever fought. And that was a very, very close fight. I think Evloev is probably one of the best grapplers he's fought for sure. And when they get down, he's definitely going to have to defend a lot more. He's definitely going to have to be very wary of the BJJ and all that. But, or the Russian Sambo, whatever his own style is. But Aljo's kind of decent on the hands, besides for when he got knocked out by Sean O'Malley. So I think that on top of the fact that he can wrestle with the best of them, like I got Aljo on this one.
Cejudo's a lot smaller of a guy than Evloev is, like because Evloev's also big for featherweight. Like Aljo's always had the weight disparity in his weight, other than featherweight, and now he's going up against a guy that's probably bigger than him.
But he doesn't look smaller featherweight.
No, I'm not saying, but this is probably the first guy that's bigger than him because Evloev's
for sure. Okay, yeah, I can respect that, but yeah, he immediately he walks around 170 like 2 days after the fight type shit when he was down at bantamweight. But yeah, I got one of the greatest bantamweights of all time. That's what I'm picking.
Yeah, I too am gonna go with Aljamain. I don't give a fuck about that Russian wrestling shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas be hyping them niggas up like black niggas can't wrestle and shit. Like fuck out of here, nigga. Even though he's Jamaican, that nigga know what time it is. But it's not even about the wrestling. Why would you want to get a jiu-jitsu specialist on the ground? It ain't gonna work like that.
Diego Lopez came close to beating him. That I will give
And
that.
I don't be wanting to bring that up either, but like, because Diego Lopez, that was his first fight in the UFC, short
Right.
notice, and we can't wait for that rematch because I think that's what's after this. Like, if whoever wins this fight fights Diego Lopez for the and they go fight for the belt.
But he dismantled Arnold Allen in his last fight too. Like Evolov has already
He
fought
did.
the top of the featherweights outside of the former champs.
Yeah, he did. And before that, Max was really the only person we really seen fuck up Arnold before. So I respect that. That's why I'm not bringing up the whole Diego Lopez thing. I just think Aljo was Max.
Then we got Vicente Luque plus 140 versus Thimbo Gorimbo minus 170 here.
More like Harambe, looking like a gorilla.
Well, you gotta put
Honestly,
respect on
I
my
don't know
dog.
much of him other than I know I've had to seen some of his fights because like
You don't
I,
remember him? You don't remember him? He's the one that I think he had like The Rock paid for him or something like that because he was fighting and only had like $8 in his bank account.
Oh,
now that I see his face because like I was just looking at his like fights and everything. Now that you're saying that and his face pops up, I'm like, oh, that's why I know him.
When I saw him on the prelims, I was like, damn, this is a good card.
oh, I seen him. I was just like Amistad or Captain Phillips or something.
He
And
has
I'm not gonna lie to you, Luke is coming off of what, the brain injury?
that was a while ago. Now he's already fought a couple times on the brain injury
Okay.
because Luke
Okay, we're
the
making sure. We're
hemorrhage he
making
beat
sure.
RDA off the and then after beating RDA, Buckley cooked him.
Okay. He did beat RDA. That was good. That was Luke and his best.
So Thimba over here though, I mean he's a wrestler
Killer.
for sure. Four straight wins in the UFC. First fight was a loss, got submitted by AJ Fletcher, and then after that, four straight fight wins. Pete Rodriguez, Nico Price, Sato. Like there's some decent names. Like I don't want to say it's just the Rock cosign because you know sometimes they be giving some like garbage fighters some cosign. He's got some decent wins on this little 4-5
He's
win.
been fucking motherfuckers up.
Luke's kind of damaged goods too, so
That's why Luque is gonna submit him.
First thing that goes is the chin.
I can't go with Luke. Like I've seen enough of Luke.
First
I'm
thing
going
that
with
goes is
Luque.
the chin.
I'm going with Luque.
But
That's
no,
why he's gonna submit him.
I'm going big Themba. Themba's a problem right now. And these motherfuckers were this fight was supposed to be Luque versus Diaz. So they was coming in, this is ready for a cardio fight. Like now they're coming in to really strike and power. I don't think they come with the right game plan. You can't just switch the game plan on them like that. For certain fighters.
I
Not
can't
all
wait
fighters,
till
but certain
Saturday.
fighters. Saturday's gonna be so fun.
I'm not as confident in Thimba, so I'm like Kev do the speaking for the Thimba. I'm I'm not betting on this fight.
Themba. So my parlay is Chase Hooper and Themba.
And Brian Battle. I think.
Oh, and Brian Battle.
Then we got some more old men here, bro. They really got the dust and bones, bro. They got the rag and just twisted them bitches until there ain't nothing left in it. Dominic Reyes versus Anthony Smith here, minus 400 on Reyes. Anthony Smith plus 300. Another man that's half man, a half fighter, half boof. How we feeling?
You know what's funny? The funniest thing I heard about this fight, it was like this is a fight of people that have both beaten John Jones.
Anthony Smith would have just took that fucking knee. He could have been champion.
Right.
Dominic
I'm not gonna lie, John Jones would probably murdered him. You know, in the rematch. I'm talking about. It would have been so bad they would have took the L off of his record.
Yeah.
They probably should take that off the record. Because of the whole the elbow strike is legal.
Nah, it's the same. It's the same way that like people that used to sell weed in like 2005 are still in jail now. Like,
That
nah,
nigga
bro. They was like,
stupid.
they said, nah, bro, you broke the law, kid. You stayed.
The fact that you had that like on the spot is great. Like that's a great analogy.
Yeah, they didn't get grandfathered. Yeah, they're grandfathered in. So it's
Yeah.
like, nigga, you fucked up before. Well, I'm going with Dominic Reyes, dog. That nigga is
Yeah, I
like
got Dom.
he's on his comeback shit. And Anthony Smith, I mean, I hate to say it, nigga sucks, man. Ever since he got his house broken into, like ever since he got his house broken into, like
It's so bad
he ain't
because
been
that's
shit.
what most people like. Now he's almost turned into a meme fighter. Because I was gonna say, but like, I hope Dominic Reyes they break into his house before, like, because that's what he's gonna be known for now. Is that against John? Like, what the fuck was going on?
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's
think,
Reyes.
yeah,
I
I
don't
definitely
trust this
got
fight
Dominic.
either.
I definitely got Dominic Reyes just off the fact that like when I look at the L's that he took, he got an L from John Jones, an L for Jan Blachowicz, an L for Yuri Prohaska, an L from Ryan Spann in 2022. Like this nigga fought nothing but killers. Like maybe Ryan Spann doesn't sound like that crazy a killer right now,
He
but like
was at
ever
that
since
time.
yeah. But Anthony Smith, ever since that loss to Johnny Walker, and he was like, you talked about you something in my family. I was like, yeah, this dude is cooked halfway. I just think he's been able to win a random one and then lose the next one and then
Yeah,
win a
like when
random.
he won against Ryan Spann, it was like, eh.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Dominic Reyes too here. But both of these fights, the Luke and Reyes fight, I just don't trust these old people, bro. Like I'm not betting on them because if they lose it for me, I'm gonna be mad. Then we got the first Asian fighter on the card, Dan Ho Choi taking on Nate Landier here. Choi is plus 110.
Van's not Asian?
No, he might
He's,
be, but
he's
he's
probably
American.
Asian, but he's like American Asian. Like,
That
Yeah,
nigga's not American.
I mean, like
he's born.
that's his flag.
I
That's
want
his
to say he's
flag.
born in L.A.
I'll do further investigations.
Yeah, he definitely has Asian descent, but he's not representing the flag like my boy Dan Ho Choi is right here. Dan Ho Choi plus 110. Nate Lanier minus 130. How we
Where the
feeling
hell
about this fight?
Myanmar? Hakka.
Oh, what's up,
Nigga,
Cap?
that ain't.
I,
He
I,
from
I,
somewhere else.
I'm so glad you said that this is because this is the first fight on for the main card. And Mother Trucker, has this ever happened before where they did the cross promotion thingy with the
Oh
Rising
yeah,
and
yeah, that nigga Asian, bro.
Oh, so it's not a cross promotion. He is Ryzen's two-time champ star, but he vacated the belt and signed with UFC. This is just his first fight in the
oh
UFC.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I was so
and
confused.
they
I was
put him
like, they
against
don't do.
my dude, son. My
Yeah,
nigga
this is
be
gonna
out
be a
here
good one.
getting it.
Wait, so wait, his first fight is the champ?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought this was like I'm the champ over here, so I'm.
he was champ over there. He vacated it so he could. Dana White was really was not cross promoting shit. So he said, "I'll just."
That's crazy. So my biggest thing is that like a lot of motherfuckers are saying. Well, we'll get deeper into it later, but like a lot of motherfuckers are saying Jit is like number 2 flyweight in the world, and I was like, I don't know, kid.
Yeah,
Like,
no, because he is vicious. We'll get into that later. He is vicious.
mm,
But
but
Nate
all right,
Lanier, arguably the
Nate.
best like fan. He went from nobody to fan favorite, and like all it took was 1 year.
You talking about this Nate the Train, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, this is my dog. This nigga, what my favorite fucking interview is this nigga said, I'm about to go drink me a beer. Fuck me one of these good looking ladies out here. I was like, oh, you lit.
he first came on the scene with the David Onama was like a big prospect, and he was like minus 600 or something against Nate, and Nate was some nobody, and Nate beats him, and then next thing you know, Nate's the next fight he beats the guy, he has like blood over his face, and he's like licking the blood and shit. It was just like, oh, this guy's a fucking dog. So like Nate since then has been rising up the fucking like fan favorite list.
Where is he from? Like he has to be from Nebraska.
Yeah, he's probably one of them like Idaho killers type of dudes.
Yeah, like if he wasn't doing this, he would be slinging corn like a motherfucker.
like a motherfucker, yo. Um, I don't know the other guy.
I just checked his last 5, and it's not looking good.
So I'm going with Nate because Nate's a G. And then the other guy, I hate to say it, not trying to sound racist, but Asians, they're not that good. This ain't a movie.
See,
It's
you know
crazy.
what's funny? You know what's so funny? I told somebody you were gonna say that. Cause they was like, what are you guys gonna be talking about today? I was like, oh, there's gonna be some out of pocketness today.
Yeah, all
I
that
bet you.
watata shit, that shit ain't
Oh
real.
no, no, no.
I bet you because I'm like, because the first thing I heard on the countdown, the first thing they said is there's never been a Japanese champion before, and I bet you Romeo saw that and he was
Yeah,
like,
there
that's all I
never
needed
will
to watch.
be. Like the
He said that's all I needed to watch. Like Sakura wasn't that nigga, but like he's like that's all I needed to watch. I'm out.
I thought Don Hon Choi, that looks like Korea or some shit. The
Yeah,
flag.
Yeah.
Choi's a Korean.
Oh, he's
I'm
talking about
not
the main
picking
dude.
him. I'm not picking him because like he lost to Cub Swanson, Jeremy Stevens, old as Jeremy Stevens, and then
Yeah.
Jourdain, and then he took his mandatory Korean like military service. This is
Yeah.
all 29. Then he came back and first fight he gets a draw with Kyle Nelson. He beats Bill Algeo, big deal. But like I don't know. I'm not riding with that. You took a long hiatus. Your last 3 fights prior to the hiatus were losses. I like Nate Lanier, bro. You can't stop the train.
That's crazy. Korea really not going for that because then they do the same thing to
Korean zombie.
Yeah,
yeah.
mandatory for everybody. 2
Yeah,
years.
that's crazy. It's not crazy because
Nah,
like
that's
okay,
good. That
certain
keeps your
countries.
ass out of wars.
It's for all the men. But low key, everyone that be talking about it, they be saying they be like, you don't really do shit other than learn
That's what I'm
like
saying. That keep you out of a war. You know your son got to go at some point. You a politician. You're like, all right, well, let's just keep the peace for a little bit. I don't want one of my
Dude.
family members getting killed.
they
But
teach
but
discipline too. They say that like you learn discipline and shit, so you be like afterwards you be like more focused and able to do shit. Like teach structure.
mhm. And that should be gangster sometimes. Like remember when Lomachenko left, he was like, nah, bro, I'm locking in shit. Niggas like, nah, bro, you don't gotta go, bro. All you gotta do is sign a waiver. He said, no thanks.
Yeah, but next thing you know, you see him with like AK-47 in his hand. Like, where they at? Like, oh, just chill, dog. But next fight on the list, this one, our boy Bryce. By our boy, I mean me and Kevin's boy. I don't think
My
Romeo fucks with
dog.
Bryce
Oh,
at
he's
all.
my boy today.
Oh,
No, I
okay.
don't, because he raps.
Kron Gracie here. Man, the UFC does like they be trying. You got the last name Gracie, bro. You can fuck up 1,000 times and they still put you on the main card.
Don't understand how
Arkansas.
he got here.
The
Arkansas.
last fucking name. Look at it, Gracie.
Yeah, I guess they had to pull out all the shit, but
He is 1-2 in his UFC fights, and the last 2 fights were losses. So like, and then here you are on the main card above Aljo.
and then Kron likes to throw hands too. Nigga,
No, he does
No, he
not.
don't. Last one, he butt scooted the whole fight.
that's because he couldn't handle the hands. But trust, I seen him. He prefers to throw them hands.
Well,
Nah,
where did you see him fight at? You must have saw
Arkansas
him
is
fight
gonna
in
mow him
Clark.
down.
This
Bryce Mitchell's
Arkansas
finna
we
kill him.
talking.
Man, I don't give a fuck about no damn Arkansas.
Arkansas
Arkansas,
power,
nigga.
baby.
Arkansas. I'm talking about if we said Nate the Train would be slinging corn, this nigga motherfucking Bryce Mitchell would be fucking slinging squirrel and raccoon skin. Like, yeah, this motherfucker would be fucking going. This nigga selling deer to niggas, kid. Arkansas. He said if you kill it, you can cook it.
And you're lucky I can't find my Arkansas hat right now.
Arkansas, nigga.
Yeah, but I'm going with Bryce. Kron sucks.
Nah, you
Yeah,
took the
Bryce gonna
time to
mow
say
him
that.
down. And Bryce
Yeah,
submits him.
Kron need to
yeah,
go to
and
Bellator,
yeah, he could do
not
something.
the PFL.
Future PFL champ. Here you are.
Nah, he going to Bellator. PFL's better.
damn, wait a minute. I forgot. Because I was like, is this the first Bryce Mitchell fight that we've covered this year? And it is. Because his last fight was against Josh Everett in
And we know how
2023.
that ended. That guy died.
That's fuck.
He died that
Bro,
day.
he
He got
took so
turned to
much
a
damage in
broomstick.
a span of a year because like it was like both fights were in December, a year apart. But Taporia boxed his head off before submitting him, and then Josh Emmett flatline canvassed him, and that was all in a span of 1 year. Like this is
And I
like
think he
we don't
picked
know.
up that fight on short notice.
Oh yeah, but like that's our like the odds are massive. Bryce
Nigga,
should,
get some lotion. You just itching and shit like Tyrone Biggums.
bro. My fucking this shit itching. I got a mosquito bite or something right here. My shit
Go
itching.
get some lotion, nigga. Go put some ointment on.
For our audio listeners, that boy Paul, he hasn't had his fix for the day, so he's been kind of itching.
But fucking, I wouldn't bet on Bryce just because his ass been dead a couple times.
Nah, but he came
Nah.
back from the dead and he took a nice amount of time off.
Nah, I mean, don't forget he beat Danny again in September of that year too. So
Man, fuck all that. It's Kron.
I know who it is, but minus 950 ain't moving the needle.
Hey man, throw Bryce in my parlay, kid. Throw Bryce in our parlay.
He's already in mine.
Then we got some heavyweights here. Cyril Gane taking on Alexander Volkov. Gane minus 400. We haven't seen him in a hot minute. And then Volkov's big upset win against Sergey Pavlovich has kind of propelled him closest to he's ever been to a title shot. So like he beats Gane here. He can finally. He's never got a title shot. At least he can maybe fight for an interim belt against Aspinall because John Jones ain't fighting nobody.
So I look at this fight as the fight that you don't give a fuck on the card. You know how we be trying the women's fighters because I don't actually think there are any women's fights on this card. You know we be trying. We were trying women's fights like who's watching this fight. I think that's what this fight was in name value, or less like at the time. Because like I saw Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane is a hitter. He literally was the number 2 pound for pound, all that good stuff. And I've always been screaming Volkov is a good guy. But every time I look and scroll down this card, this is the fight I forget about.
For real? See, I
I think it's crazy.
It doesn't move me like it does. Like Cyril Gane's name doesn't move me, so like it did before.
I think it's gonna be a crazy close fight too, because it's like
I don't think so.
I think
Gane's finna fuck him up.
Really, I think Volkov's coming in box. If Gane isn't trying to wrestle and do nothing else, because
Gane been in Dakistan, nigga.
Has he really?
Yeah, he been with Habib.
Never mind. That nigga said I got fucking demolished. Let me show y'all that I can do this shit now.
And it was shortly after the John Jones shit too. And y'all watch Cage on Netflix?
No,
I don't watch it. It keeps popping up on like
recommended for you. Nigga, that shit hard, dog. And he's in it.
Netflix.
Yeah, it is a couple UFC fighters.
It's a French show. I don't like the voiceovers. I was like, why they trying to make them sound like black people? Just make them sound like French people. The black voiceovers, they're like, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. I'm like, no, that's not how they sound. But yeah, I'm going with Cyril Gane. He's fast. He gonna get it. And if his Dakistan shit been holding up the way it should be, I don't see where Volkov could beat him.
Volkov can box, but like Gane's is too quick. That's like, and he's like the legs that he throws some mean leg kicks, front kicks, like keep the distance. His ability to be like his footwork is just so fluid too. Like he's a natural kickboxer. Volkov, I think, is gonna have trouble. Volkov, I think this fight probably goes to the decision, and I'll take Gane by the decision here. That would be my because I don't like the minus 400 because like Volkov was like the same dog I think against Pavlovich and just completely outboxed them. Pavlovich is not a good boxer compared to Gane, so Gane should win it. And I think it's gonna be I think it will be closer though than what the odds show. So I like the decision.
Oh man, yeah, I think Volkov looked very, very good against Pavlovich because he had the right game plan and he was able to frustrate that boy Pavlovich, and that's something we never seen before. Like even after the fight, he was doing like a bunch of extra shit. So I think that's the reason why he looked so great. I think he's I've been screaming for a minute. He's a great guy. But I'm gonna take Cyril Gane because I think Gane got fucked up last time we seen him. I think he's been locked in. And you know, Paul, I'm the biggest
he lost
one
real quick, like no injury.
Well, he did have a fight after John Jones, Sergey Spivak, that it completely gets forgot about because that was also like a year and a half ago. Like he hasn't fought in a minute.
Did he win?
Yeah, he beat.
Yeah, he knocked him out. No, it was over. Yeah, it was in September. I didn't know that. I forgot all about that.
That's what I'm saying. That one gets forgotten about because of how bad that John Jones loss was. Like even when they're doing like the promotion for like this card, like they be showing like him getting submitted, like I was at my bottom, like this and that, but they don't talk about the Spivak win. Like that shit, like doesn't matter.
I got Gane getting the dub, kid. I'll say that, even though I've never been the biggest Gane fan.
I could see Gane getting TKO while half guard.
Then we got two undefeated fighters, 18-0, 15-0. This is actually the biggest combined record undefeated UFC fighters to ever fight each other, breaking the
by
Paulo
1 point.
Yeah, Paulo versus Izzy was the record. They were combined like 32-0. This fight, they were combined like 33 or 30.
33.
Yeah, so Shavkat,
Rakhmonov.
I rock him off to minus 390, taking on Ian Garry, plus 290. Odds were a little bit closer, but now more and more people bet on Shavkat here.
Really? I think this is a good fight because Shavkat versus Jeff Neal. I think Jeff Neal gave him a great fight. I think even
Jeff
though Jeff
Neal
Neal
came in
some...
overweight.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He did.
Yep.
So, because I think Jeff Neal, but the biggest thing I remember watching that fight was that Shavkat doesn't move his head crazy. So, like, Ian Garry is going to be able to get those flurries in. And I think that this fight's going to be good.
It is a 5-round fight, too.
Yeah, I needed 5 rounds. And supposed to be, isn't it originally supposed to be Shavkat versus Bilal, but Ian Garry took the fight?
Yeah,
Bilal, no, it was supposed to be.
Bilal was supposed to. No, Bilal was fighting Shavkat, but then he got
Ian Gary's supposed to fight Kobe.
In Tampa.
Yeah, that's a week apart. But then Bilal had to pull out because his foot got infected, and he posted a photo online and shit and everything, and people were like calling cap. So then Ian Garry signed it, and then Kobe versus Buckley got announced afterwards.
Man,
low key, I hate when fighters do that. Ever since I watched the fucking the behind the scenes shit, and they showed in Charles Oliveira posted the shit to when he cut his eye, and like that's how the UFC found out. And I was just like, bruh, you don't have to prove nothing to these niggas, bro. If you hurt, you hurt.
Nah, it could be fuck your job because niggas do be feeling like that. Like, fuck you, nigga. I'll tell it, bitch.
Especially Bilal. A lot of people hate Bilal, so it's just like,
yeah, you let the UFC tell it, they gonna spin it to some shit. If they're upset with it, they're gonna be like, fuck him. He got scared. I'm like, no, that's not what happened. Bitch, I'll tell my own story, bitch.
I'll just pull up medical reports right here for niggas. But niggas gonna say ChatGPT did. But often probably what could be fight of the fucking night.
Yeah, I'm picking Shavkat. It's not gonna be fighting night. He's finna beat the shit out of Ian Garry.
Really?
I think Ian Garry probably wins the first couple rounds, and then just as the fight progresses,
how? Why wrestling? Because that's his only chance. Trying to do some
his ability to be able to, his ability to, because he wrestled Michael Page, so everyone remembers that. But his ability to, as Kev was saying, Jeff Neal was able to land shots on him. He's gonna be able to tag Shavkat on the outside, even if it's just a leg kick, a simple jab. As Shavkat likes to just keep walking forward, like, because Shavkat's the type of fighter, like, once he gets his hands on you, it's over. So he's gonna keep walking forward, and I think Gary's gonna be able to tag him, but eventually Shavkat's gonna catch him, like in the 4th round, 3rd round. Eventually he's gonna get his hands on him or land a big heavy shot because the power differential is crazy. Like, Ian Gary's gonna be able to piece him up, keep the volume. Is as long as his footwork allows him to stay on the outside. Because as once the Shavkat gets on the inside, lands a couple big shots, grabs him, takes him to the mat, that it's that difference in power. Like this fucking, like, we saw what Habib and the Dagestans are able to do. Like, we're the same weight, but once we get to the mat, it's just like, I control you. That's what Shavkat and his Kazakhstan type of style is like, once he takes it to the mat, it's like, you could be the better BJJ guy, but my power on you is just completely different. I think Shavkat wins. I agree with the Shavkat winning, but I think it's gonna be like by finish, 4th, 5th round. Ian Garry looks good, and it probably is fight of the night type shit because Ian Garry's gonna be. It's maybe not fight of the night because, like
I don't think Ian Garry's that good, man.
Nah, Ian Garry's pretty good.
I don't think he's that good.
They have similar resumes. People even point out because they both fought Jeff Neal. They both fought Neil Magny.
Ian Garry got Neil Magny out of there.
Neil Magny
almost broke his leg. That was like that was.
What do you expect? It's Neil Magny. I mean, it's a Haitian.
But Shavkat beat
the Haitians
Magny
go
with a broken hand because Shavkat had a whole broken hand and beat.
See us in the streets, nigga.
Nothing happens.
Hey, got a next stop.
I'll be in Tampa.
Oh, we. You go
Yeah,
there.
he forgot.
Ugh.
You probably well. You probably well.
Is Gator gonna be there?
I
Nah,
don't
no
know.
Gator.
Not
But
even for the
nah,
after party, the club. No,
He's in Gainesville. He don't live in Tampa.
he ain't gonna pull up. Damn.
no, I'm telling you, niggas got finals, kid. Niggas is locked in right now.
I know, but he be saying American Tap Team and stuff.
You do. Oh, you will spend over Paul. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not. When you just know y'all two are gonna get drunk and something's gonna happen, I'm gonna just be looking like I knew this was gonna happen.
When I have Romeo in the fucking rear naked.
I was about to say, just know
Yeah,
I
you
knew
see
it
how
was
he
gonna
scratched
happen.
his head immediately? He was like,
There's no, I was knew this was gonna happen. I'm literally gonna be. I'm just gonna be me and Jasmine watching. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I knew this was gonna happen.
we hitting the club,
Let,
right? Because I gotta get
let me
some
make some
bitches.
space.
Yeah, no, we got something for you.
Look, and the
Okay.
bitches are different in Tampa than Nashville.
It's okay. No, I'm not worried about it. I'm adaptable.
Kev, who you taking though for this fight? Are you taking Ian Gary?
Sound like it.
Are you standing? Are you not standing for this slander?
I Southcott, I think is a crazy talent. I think he's probably, and I think the UFC just doesn't put the money in the right places because this nigga has 2 million followers on Instagram. What does he ever say?
Nothing. Unless he was when he was
He
beefing
eats horse meat.
when he was
You,
beefing. What's his name? The fucking what's the one that beat Usman and everything. Just recently.
Hamzat.
Hamza?
Hamza. When he was beefing with Hamza over the nickname Wolf because they both go by the Wolf. Hamza was saying like how he's a real wolf, and then he posted on Instagram him slaying a wolf with like a bow and arrow, like going wolf hunting with a bow and arrow, and then skinning it and wearing it as a fucking and then sitting at the throne like with the wolf
I
skin,
remember that.
and it
That
was
shit
like
was so gangster.
yeah, it was like who's the real wolf? I was like. I've been a big Shop Cop fan for a while, so like future champion Ian Gary's cool and all. I just think it will be a closer fight, but I've been saying Shop Cop future champion for a little bit.
I I I'm here for it, and
Joaquin Buckley, the future champion.
I wanna I wanna I wanna take Ian Gary so bad to piss niggas off, especially if he wins. Because think about this shit he's gonna
Take
talk.
him.
But my parlay is looking too nice right now. But just know we're gonna be on that live stream, and I will be rooting for Ian Gary. Ian, do what you gotta do.
If this was a 3 round fight, I think Gary could win it.
Yeah, if it was 3 rounds for sure. If it wasn't 5, I would have taken Ian Gary. Not gonna lie to you.
5 is giving Gary the edge.
No. You seen what Jeff Neal did? What Shafkat did to Jeff Neal in the third? Like that boy, once he gets his hands on you, it's a wrap.
Then we got our main event, Alexander Pantoja taking on former 2-time Rising champion, first ever fight in the UFC, Kai Asakura, plus 205 to Pantoja's minus 250 here. I kind of like this move by the UFC because like it keeps shit exciting. Like
Yeah,
it's something new, something different. Like I'm not trying to diss on the flyweights, but like Pantoja's kind of beating a lot of the current contenders. So it's kind of like, do you want to recycle another fight with these guys, or take on someone who outside? If you only watch UFC, you probably don't know who this guy is. But a lot of MMA people will say like this guy is probably the number 2 flyweight in the world outside of and like doesn't out of
Well,
all
that's not what they got him ranked as. He's ranked number 44. So that 2 shit could stop. While my nigga Pantoja's sitting at number 1. I don't even like Pantoja. But he got Oliveira in his corner. So we riding.
Yeah, it's him, Oliveira, and I think Piera were just all posted up taking pictures the other day.
Oh, I thought you meant that he went to real shootbox. I was about to say, hold on, I definitely got Pantoja there.
Nah, he's American top team. He got his coach out there in Miami.
Wait,
Damn,
or is it
wait,
Ian Garrow? Wait, or does Ian Gary have?
What?
I think Ian Gary's got Oliveira in his corner.
Oh, does he? Oh, he went out to Muay Thai.
He went to shoot the box.
Yeah, he went out to Thailand for his training. So he probably does have Oliveira in his corner.
Either way, I seen a little bit of the press conference. That Kai Asakura guy, I mean, look, guys, I'm not saying anything's wrong with this community. I'm just pointing it out. Okay, like Izzy's in it. So is this guy. That's all I'm saying.
I
You guys,
wanted,
you
like
guys know what I'm saying.
Because Romeo's
They're
gonna
part
take.
of the bent. He's one of the bent wrist boys. Okay. Did y'all
Nah,
see the press conference? That nigga gay. What you mean no?
nah. Kai is a dog, bro.
I'm mad you took
Gay
all
people
the
could be
time.
dogs.
I'm mad that you took all the time to not say that and still said
He said, "Nah, that pissed me off."
it.
But Kai got that. He's that movie star anime character right now. He's coming out with the clean suit, the platinum blonde hair. But Jit
Exactly.
is a
And
dog.
everybody in anime is borderline gay outside Vegeta.
Oh,
And
here
so
we go.
now, so
He's
when
he's
Roman
Don he's Don Flamingo. He's Don
that
Flamingo.
That's
and
why
that
your
nigga
mic
was
is
a
breaking
fucking
because this
killer.
bullshit coming out.
And
Hey,
hating
I
ass.
didn't say they couldn't be killers. I was just saying, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, he not gonna have enough manpower.
Oh man, I don't want to see now. I can't now. I don't
Pantoja
want to
fights
pick
with
that.
manpower. He's like,
I,
damn, he like me now, bitch.
Nah, bro. So Kai, if you don't know his background, I've learned it just recently. His older brother, they have like all this. They were showing it on the countdown.
Arrested.
His brother was a street fighter, and then they have fucking clips of him like suplexing motherfuckers on concrete, and like I'm surprised Jit probably ain't dead. Like just laying there like dead body. And it's like one day brother came in was like, "Here, come out in the street," and then he came out on the street and just threw him some gloves. And it's like, you gotta fight me now." And then he never fought him before. And in that first fight, he held his own, and like they showed the fight there. He was like weaving shit, and he was like, ever since then, he was like, if I could hold my own against my brother who like was like was whooping ass in the streets, I could fight anybody. And then
Right.
within like 3 years, was already champion of like the one like a regional promotion, like the outside. I don't know what like the promotion is, and then Ryzen signed to Ryzen, and like within like a couple years, like 2 3 years, champion of there. And every clip they show, he has this nasty knee, like to the body. It's quick and it's a nasty knee to the body and to the head. And you know, over there in Ryzen, they allow like soccer kicks and shit. So like he'll knee somebody, they drop to the knee, and then like soccer kick, fucking Jit dead. Like like he has some nasty highlights from over there at Horizon. And then all of a sudden, he could have stayed at Horizon, and then UFC he became free agent, and then he was like, "Yeah, I want to become like biggest in the world." Jit already has like 1 million YouTube subscribers. Like in Japan, he's like already a star. Like so, UFC is bringing somebody who already has like a massive following over into the states. That's why he has that like superstar kind of look to him, because he over there, he kind of like Taporia is the Spain type shit. Like he's already
Yeah,
amazing.
but I don't get the bent wrist vibe from Taporia.
You don't get the vibes, but I'm just telling
No.
you, Kai is a
Taporia probably fucks
Kai's a dog.
while like doing man shit, like curling or something. He fucks. And isn't this Asakura guy? Asakura? Ain't he moving up a weight class?
I want to say he's going down because when Pantoja's team was talking about it in the
Yeah,
countdown,
yeah, you're right. Flyweight, yeah, he is
yeah, that's
moving
saying
down.
that Kai's gonna have some weight on him, that he's coming down a weight class to be able to fight him or some shit. And I agree that Japanese fighters they never had a champion in UFC, but this is the only weight class where it's possible, because we see
yeah,
it in boxing. In
you
boxing,
see anyway.
they own the like 108 to like 125 is their weight classes. Outside of
And
that, you know, the
and in wrestling,
Japanese men are built like 5'7", 5'8". Like they're not
and,
gonna be able to go above that weight class. So
and and in wrestling, they won the Olympic. They won the gold medal.
like
He
this is
ain't
the
Mr. Miyagi.
this is the only weight class. Maybe Tatsuya Taira and bantamweight or whatever, but like this is the only weight class where I could see like, oh, flyweight 125 pounds. Yeah, this is where Japan. This is right their sweet spot. That's why I'm like, if this was a heavyweight Japanese fighter, I'm like, oh, he's gonna get fucking murdered. Like, fucking, this is no shot. But 125, this is their ballpark right here.
Yeah, all that trying to move fast and Thai niggas too. They be doing the same shit, but I'm still going with Pantoja, yo. just when it comes down to the grit, what the fuck is happening in my mic? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, it does get a little softer, but we can still hear you.
Yeah. Nah, Pantoja is just gonna go ham. I mean, granted, when he did the dad speech, I was like, bitch. But that's gonna be the same reason why he finna whoop this foreigner.
The Urseg fight was kind of close. Urseg had a chance to possibly.
He's not finna lose to some nigga coming into the UFC for the first time with hair like that.
But he said, I'm gonna knock out. He goes, I've seen Pantoja's fights. He's a great fighter, but he's not exciting. Like he goes, if you see my rising things, I have memorable knockouts. I'm gonna get a knockout here. I'm gonna show y'all what excitement. Like he's been big on like, oh, I see the knockout already. Like this, like I see how I'm gonna beat
that
him.
Nigga look like a J-pop artist.
But I'm riding with Kai. Just because if Pantoja would have cooked Urseg like how he did Moreno and
Urseg got hands.
But then Urseg got cooked in his very next fight, and I was like, damn, okay, maybe Urseg wasn't that good. Like
it was against Kai Kara France. That's why.
Yeah, I love Pantoja. I love the story, especially when I've been picking him since he's been champion. But he is getting a little older. I don't know. I got the vibes. I like the superstar story, and that boy Kai sold me in the countdown.
Pantoja.
One place.
Where you at, KK?
One place I've been burnt a million times is in the countdown. The amount of time the UFC is the one place I never be a fan of somebody and say they're gonna win. Like what wins is the most violent motherfucker in the ring, in the octagon. And I think that might be Alexander Pantoja. But from what Paul just told us, and those knees and everything, that boy Kai kind of nice. So I'm gonna pick Pantoja because that's the only person I've seen fight. But you'll see me on the live to get his ass, Kai. Do what you got to do.
I've seen it. Pantoja's gonna shoot a takedown, and I think Kai's gonna hit a knee that's gonna just fucking shatter shit.
After this episode, call me Kev the Great Fence Sitter because that's why I feel like there's been 2 or 3 fights where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pick this nigga, but wait till we get to the live stream. I'm gonna get his ass. Get his ass.
This nigga got on the card because the card needed names. The division was either injured or, he already fought the top. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Figgy left. He beat, Moreno. Fucking Urseg. That nigga wasn't really a contender like that. He just had to fight him. This is just shaking shit up. Dude's finna get his ass whooped. Pantoja's finna kill him.
He could have fought Roy Ball. That's the only other fight. But Roy Ball just fought recently against Tayar.
Exactly. Roy Ball will beat this fucking Katsura guy.
But I think I can't wait for Saturday. I'll be there live. I'm gonna be wearing I'm wearing something right. Got the big Kai Asakura, big Tokyo, big Japanese vibes right now.
Dang, bro, you let the nigga pull up the shorts, are you kid?
I didn't know he had that. I didn't know. Or I would have brought my Brazilian American Top Team shirt. Yeah, nigga. Fuck that shit, dog. We're not doing that. No.
We're doing it. I'm watching anime for the next 24 hours to power up.
I was already gonna do that.
He's not Mr. Miyagi. Okay, that's the only Japanese I respect. No, I'm just playing. That's
at least
fun fact. Y'all know Mr. Miyagi was a stand-up comedian.
Nah, that's really hard though.
Yeah, he used to go on tour with Richard Pryor and shit.
Oh, that's kind of gangster. Yeah. He must have some dirty material because Richard Pryor.
Right, he had to have had the most.
Yeah, that guy was not an actor. That guy was a stand-up comedian.
Nice.
But
did he actually know martial arts?
Yeah,
I guess.
I remember seeing something. He actually does know, but it's like kung fu. So in reality,
you got to understand the time he grew up in. They probably all knew that shit over there. That's when we thought they were badass with the
kung fu and shit. We realized fast forward to common time, and it's it doesn't really.
Yeah, I was talking to this bitch. She was like, "I'm thinking about putting my kid in kung fu or karate." I said, "Bitch, those are the 2 weakest martial arts." The fuck is wrong with you? I was like, that Watata shit is not real.
On that note, we got to get out of here before we get canceled. We appreciate everybody watching
Facts.
along. I'm Paul Pickle Winner. That's Kev, Waterboy Savoy, comedian Romeo Mack. We broke down UFC 310. And as always, before we head out, everyone go follow and subscribe that boy comedian Romeo Mack. He's hosting the live every Saturday. Boxing, UFC, doesn't matter, MMA, PFL, anywhere that Francis Ngannou might be fighting at, he's live streaming that.